Welcome, young ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for visiting with me today as we continue exploring history and preparing for eternity. I'm standing once again here in Colonial, Williamsburg, but this time I'm in front of the powder magazine. Now, you may not know what a powder magazine is, but it's this building right back here. It's a cool, dry place where gunpowder can be safely stored. It's kept dry, and more importantly, it's protected from sparks so that it is ready whenever danger appears. Now, back in April of 1775, the American colonies were like dry gunpowder. They were tense, on edge, and they were ready to explode at any moment. And then something happened right here in Williamsburg, a silent strike in the dead of night. Royal Governor Lord Dunmore ordered the British Marines to secretly remove the colony's gunpowder from this very powder magazine under the cover of darkness. There was no warning, there was no announcement, it was just gone like that. But this act wasn't just about powder, it was about control, it was about power. By morning, the town of Williamsburg was in chaos. Militiamen began to muster. And Patrick Henry, who only recently had given his powerful and fiery speech, "Give me liberty or give me death," he gathered a militia himself and was marching toward Williamsburg. This time, the people had been pushed too far. Lord Dunmore offered money to try to pay for the powder in an effort to calm the rising tensions, but it was too late. Violence had already erupted in Massachusetts, and patriots' blood had been spilled. Trust was broken, the fuse was lit, and the revolution was no longer an idea. It was inevitable. But friend, this isn't just about history. It's a warning to you and me, because we too have an enemy. Satan doesn't always charge in with cannon fire and guns blazing. No, he comes like Royal Governor Dunmore, quietly, sneakily, deceptively. He waits until we're tired, distracted, or maybe even asleep, and then he tries to steal our powder. I'm not talking about gunpowder now, but rather I'm talking about our spiritual power, the fire of boldness, the spark of prayer, the strength to stand strong when everybody else around us is doing the wrong thing. And if he can steal that, he can disarm an entire generation. But the Spirit of God says, be watchful, be ready, be filled with my power. Like Patrick Henry, you and I must be willing and ready to rise up and say, you will not steal what empowers me. Because there's a spiritual battle that must be fought, a kingdom to advance, and we need the powder, in other words, the power to accomplish it. Ephesians 6 verses 10 and 11 say, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Kids, don't let your powder be stolen.